guys, back for another one. This time signing in from Kaiserslautern, Germany. I probably butchered that all the way up. Yeah, so I'm here traveling. I got the travel bug. Let me stop. It's not like I just came out here on a whim. I'm visiting family, visiting my lovely mother. I wish I knew how to say that in German so I could sound cool. But no, I'm here visiting Germany, visiting my mother. Today is vlog day, so congratulations, you get another vlog entry. And it's funny because I love a good long plane ride. My plane ride was 11 hours non-stop from Houston, Texas to Frankfurt, Germany. And I love a good plane ride because for me at least, that's where the best epiphanies happen. You're just sitting there, and I've written songs on a plane. I've come up with life epiphanies on a plane. With that being said, this plane ride reminded me that I used to have a blog. Now, I am kind of an old man, I guess. And I remember a time back when blogs were king and queen of the internet as opposed to vlogs. So I found an old blog of mine that I completely forgot about. And what I'm gonna do, we're gonna have a series, if you will, a series of me reading old blog posts from a WordPress blog that I have. If for some odd reason you want to read these, even though I'm giving you commentary on the blog, I will put the link in the video, and I guess I'll put it in the description too. In fact, I'll probably put it in the description and not the video, or both. Haven't decided yet because I'm recording this. Anyways, yeah, so the epiphany I had for the 11 hours I was on a plane, I kind of figured it would be difficult to do my skits while visiting family, but now looking at my potential set, it doesn't seem too difficult at all, really. So there will probably still be skits, but however, I couldn't pass up this opportunity to kind of get this blog out of the way and just a vlog commentary. This is funny to me. So yeah, we're gonna Lil Wayne 10,000 bars it, get this blog commentary going, and never look back. So the very first post I made back in 2013, it says December 29th, 2013. Quote of the day, lesson learned for the new year. Man, I was lame. December 29th, 2013. I had to be 19 years old at the time. And so let me give you the blog post. So quote of the day, lesson learned for the new year. All right, brace yourself. Pain is defined as, quote, the physical suffering or discomfort caused by illness or injury, end quote. Suffering is defined as the state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship, end quote. I have learned that when you have pain and suffering in your life, it is just God's way of saying you are stuck on good. I want you to be great. I'll get to that because that is a trash correlation, but I'll get to that. And what I have for the image, it would be the equivalent. You bloggers know what I'm talking about. I wasn't much of a blogger, but I figure this is a fair equivalent. I have an image tagged next to, or tagged into I shouldn't say tag, I'm sorry, uploaded into the post. It's a graphic, I guess you would say, a quote graphic of Eric Thomas. I was really big into him in 2013. And the graphic says, and this is quote Eric Thomas, you cannot afford to live in potential for the rest of your life. At some point you have to unleash the potential and make your move. Eric Thomas. Fair quote. Again, I'm gonna chalk it up to the fact that I was new at blogging, because these are trash correlations. My commentary on the pain suffering thing does not go with my contention. I don't even know if I have a contention. And then the Eric Thomas thing doesn't go with my commentary. Let's back. Yeah, my commentary is trash. And this is where the trash comes in, if you might remember. I have learned that when you have pain and suffering in your life, it is just God's way of saying, you are stuck on good. I want you to be great. That is problematic. And it's clear because I posted an Eric Thomas quote. That in 2013, I was listening to one too many motivational speakers. Because that is trash. So let me retract my earlier commentary and state that pain and suffering is not God's way of saying you are stuck on good, I want you to be great. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it at all. Yeah, and we could talk all day, and we'll cover some of that here about how that's just not accurate whatsoever. I feel like when motivational speakers or when people on Twitter or anybody, I guess, says things like this, that this is logic meant for people who have first world problems. Y'all know what first world problems are. Like, this is silly. And the reason this is problematic is because someone could read this and think, because I even define pain. I use the definition that says the physical suffering or discomfort caused by illness or injury. In suffering, I use the definition of the state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship. Yeah, getting beat by a family member or a spouse or a significant other is not God's way of saying you need to unleash your potential. Still, nah, that ain't it. No, that's far from it. No, if you are going through physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, do not live your life thinking that this is something you should accept because this is a way of unleashing your potential. No, seek all the help, all of the help, especially in 2018, because mental health is so important. It's crazy because I must have read this on Twitter or heard someone say this, because I don't know why I thought this was a dope thing to co-sign. This is so dangerous, and it's crazy to think how just 5 years ago we looked at pain and suffering fairly different than what we do now. Now in 2018, we know we're around. We know how we're much more active as a society, and as a people, and much more loud and much more willing to shake the table on issues of pain and suffering, whether that be mental, emotional, and the intersectionalities regarding that. And I understand I'm talking in a circle, and I guess I'm just so bewildered that I co-signed this, but this is good to talk about. This is prime talking material, discussion material. We need to stop instigating this narrative, and I don't know if we're doing it in 2018. I hope not. But if we need to stop perpetuating and instigating this narrative that pain and suffering should either be accepted because you believe that your potential is unleashed or something better is coming. And while I'm a full believer that something better is coming, the idea is to not accept your pain and suffering. You can acknowledge it, but by all means, don't accept it. Don't allow it to cause you pain and suffering. Seek resources, seek help. And again, I know these phrases are often buzz phrases and often somewhat elitist. Their resources are not readily available for a lot of people. And again, there's that's a whole nother conversation with numerous intersectionalities. But at the end of the day, in 2018, as a 24-year-old Eric Washington as opposed to a 19-year-old Eric Washington, don't allow pain and suffering. There's going to be so many people, friends, family, Twitter, woke people, motivational speakers, who will claim that you have to be broken in order to get past something, that in order to find yourself, you have to lose yourself, things of that nature. And why that is true in most cases, you could argue that's because a lot of people weren't actively shaking the table on issues like we are today. You don't need to allow yourself to be broken just to have a breakthrough these days. And I know it sounds close to some kind of Twitter bio, but y'all, like, mental health, emotional health, physical health, domestic abuse, drug abuse, these are serious topics, and we cannot allow our loved ones to sit around and just wait for them to break just so they can eventually have a breakthrough. Be preemptive, be preventive. If you can't do that and you're actively going through it, seek the resources. And if you're in I'll say if you're in an intersectional identity in which resources are not available or difficult to come by, shake the table, speak up, speak out, talk to somebody, tell somebody. You got to find those resources. There's no reason why in 2018, with how supportive and active people claim to be, that we should allow our friends, family, and loved ones, or we shouldn't even allow complete strangers to have to bend over backwards or, kill themselves over their problems because resources aren't available or they don't know about resources. There's so much to unpack here that frankly I probably am just not qualified to unpack. And by all means, I am not the oracle or forerunner of these types of things, but because this is just my commentary. But man, this is problematic what I wrote. And and a part of me is glad that my blog did not pop off in 2013 or otherwise, because I would hate for people to agree with me on that. That is trash. When you have pain and suffering in your life, it is just God's way of saying you are stuck on good. I want you to be great. If you are in an abusive relationship, I fully believe in the power of prayer and the power of the Lord. Do that. I am a full supporter of that. But man, find a resource. Do not stay in that relationship. And again, I know that's coming from so many intersectionalities that for me to even say that comes from a place of, privilege and of many forms. I understand that it's easier said than done. But my overall contention is that don't just wait and don't just accept or allow. Don't stay in that abusive relationship. Kick that habit, kick that addiction, seek a professional. These things are crippling. Depression is crippling. Addiction is crippling. Abuse is crippling. And we gotta find and we gotta advocate for and we gotta support and speak up and speak out professional help and professional assistance. Mental health has become a huge talking point in 2018. Whatever you're going through, seek out help, take care of yourself. Mental health is important. Take those off days. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with talking about it with someone that you trust and with a professional. There's nothing wrong with talking about it. There's nothing wrong with working on yourself. You don't have to, God's timing is already perfect. You don't have to be a punching bag for your problems in hopes that the Lord will guide you out. The Lord is going to guide you out. If you believe in that sort of thing, whatever you believe, your higher power, if you will, let me be all inclusive. Your higher power is going to guide you out. You don't have to sit back and take it. You can fight back. You can speak up, speak out. All of that. You don't have to accept a fate that may in the end kill you, hurt your loved ones and family. Your life is more important than someone claiming that you are just not living up to your potential. That is a privileged and elitist thing to say. There's a conversation in that too. There's a TED Talk on that too. There's a blog post on that too. But at the end of the day, let me put it this way. Don't go through pain and suffering thinking that you have to be stuck there, that you have to endure that just to achieve your breakthrough. Don't live that way. Don't live that lie. Don't accept that lie. And again, I firmly understand that it's easier said than done, but do not live and accept that lie that you have to wait it out. You have to wait your turn, that you have to live through it, to achieve your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is available as soon as you're ready to fight back. Okay? That's all I got. Like, share, but most importantly, if there's anything you do, most importantly, please comment. I want to know your thoughts. Trolls are cool and mad, angry comments are cool, but I'm here for education. So educate me on how this message could have been more eloquent, more articulate, if there's something that I'm not understanding, or if there's something I'm maybe on the wrong side of history about. I tried to be as all inclusive as I could, try to cover all my bases, but if there's something I missed, let me know. More important than that, if there's resources y'all know about, whether local, national, international, statewide, put them in the comments, post links. You never know who might see this on what platform, and that link might be right there. Put phone numbers, put websites, put therapist directories. Refer your therapist in the comments. And by all means, I know I'm no social media superstar, but the point is to shake that table, have that conversation. So utilize that comment section. And of course, like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on, or don't, whatever. But yes, like, share, and comment. Comment is most important. Thank God for change, because 2013 Eric was trash. Okay, bye.